To know if your husband is planning to kill you. Do you have the uneasy feeling that your husband may be planning a suicide? Here's how to know for sure. You will need sleuthing skills. Step 1. The next time hubby serves you food, find a reason to get him out of the room and switch plates. If he comes down with severe cramps, look around for a fresh box of rat poison. Step 2. Check your personal care products for tampering. One devious husband tried to poison his wife by spiking not only her beverages, but also her dandruff shampoo. The poor dear would have died with embarrassing flakes if he hadn't been caught. Step 3. Monitor your husband's purchases for anything suspicious, like that antique guillotine he just had to have. Find out if he's having an affair. Prosecutors at murder trials always say, just because so-and-so is guilty of cheating on his wife, doesn't mean he's guilty of murdering her, but they usually are. Step 4. Check his internet history to see if he's checked out any suspicious websites. Scott Peterson was researching Bay Area tides before he dumped his wife's body in water. Step 5. Drink a gallon of coffee and stay awake one night to monitor him as he sleeps. Would-be murderers sometimes plot in their sleep. Is he anal retentive? Check for a to-do list. If it includes things like scratch serial number off gun and buy a shovel, you might have a problem.
Scratch serial number.
Step 6. See if he's taken out $1 million life insurance policy on you, even though you earn just $8,000 a year bagging groceries. That, my friends, is a dead giveaway. Did you know Henry VIII had 6 wives and he beheaded 2 of them?
Well, what do you think of that, everybody?
One Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
All right, so Joe, your audio's terrible.
Let me see. Oh, no, it sounds great. How you
Mine
guys doing?
sounds good right now. So,
We're fabulous.
That was a video to see if your husband is trying to kill you. So,
Yeah, very helpful. Very helpful.
Very,
Too.
very helpful.
Also, I am going to note those things. I am
Yes.
going to do that.
If he took out $1 million policy and you only make $8,000 a year bagging groceries, chances are your husband might be trying to kill you.
That's a red flag right there.
That's a
in almost
red
every
flag.
case. Yeah.
Every time. So, well, welcome everybody to 1,000 Marriage Questions. I hope our sound is good. It's usually poor. But,
Of course, yes.
Those are the
Pork show.
things we lived with. Joe and I were just talking. We both are now going to be working cruises because
Woohoo!
Carnival is back up and we are both heading out. You are headed out when?
Sometime in July.
Yep. And I am nowhere near as popular as Joe,
Oh,
so
will
I
you
will not go out until
stop?
the end of August.
Doesn't make any difference when. You're still going out. You're going to be great. Yes.
Now, here's my question. My wife asked me, can I take her? And I said, I think they said no.
I
think-
don't know yet. I don't know yet. So,
were you in the meeting and everybody out there with Carnival? Yeah, you were there because you joked.
Yep.
I said, can I take my wife? And then you said, can I take Brad's wife? And
Yeah.
or somebody. And the guy, the vice president of all entertainment said, no, you cannot bring spouses or anything like that. But we were thinking, what if I just bought a cabin for her as a passenger?
I think we'll have to figure this out once the first couple of cruises are under the belt of the company and find out how things are going. You know,
And you're doing those. So that's
Yeah.
good.
I'll
I'm
let
hoping
you
by
know. I'll keep
August
you
it'll
posted.
already be opened up a good bit.
We would hope.
Donna, do you and your husband cruise at all? You don't like that. You're not a cruiser.
We went on one. Actually, we did like it,
Mhm.
but it was right before COVID. So
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
No
Oh
more
my
after.
gosh, that is hilarious. So
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to be back. Alaska's back. I'm going out of Miami. You're going out of Galveston. And that's going to be great. So that's a little ad for Carnival Cruise Lines. Take a Carnival
Yes, make
cruise
sure you
line.
take your spouse with you as we try and circle right back into the topic of our show, which is
Yes.
marriage.
That's right. Well, the topic of this was, can I take my wife on the cruise?
Right. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So remember, if you remember the joke, the first, this is all a joke. Remember the first question that we had today was the one from last week. What is the best way to integrate his or her children into a second marriage so everyone gets along? Without jokes,
That's a
Donna.
good question.
Without jokes, Donna, what do you do?
Yeah, Donna.
If there's one thing that would help this go smoothly, it's natural parents, natural. That's the key to blended families. The natural parent does the criticizing and disciplining of his or her natural kids.
Well, yeah, but wait a minute. The girl's been the nanny for this kid for the past 2 years anyway.
Wow.
So she's been doing a lot of parenting for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I think
Where his mind goes.
what's that?
Look where his mind goes.
Immediately, all the time, every time. Yes. But yeah, that would be the way to do it. That's probably the best way to integrate him in, is just say, listen, the real parent does the parenting, right? That's it. Yeah.
You're such a suck up, Joe. I can't believe it.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. No, yeah, you are just
It
saying.
totally ruins the dynamic if you get a step parent in there, all of a sudden trying to do the discipline and the criticism and the nagging and things like that. Does not work, because that relationship that child has with that person cannot tolerate that much negative stress on them.
Right.
Yeah, but like
right.
you said before, a lot of these guys get this new wife and they just throw the wife in and say, you're in charge. And they just check the hell out.
Well, and those are the ones that typically don't work out so well, right? Those
This
are the
is where
ones.
the evil stepmother picture comes from.
Right. Yeah. So, the other thing you have to worry about too is, how to actually integrate you're talking about integrating the kids, but you need to integrate the parents too. They're the ones that really need the help sometimes. It's like if you're moving dad into the family in the wife's house with the wife's kids, he's the one that's being integrated, right? So what are the tips to tell him to shut the hell up? You think basically be the way to go on that?
Yeah, pretty much mind your own business.
Yeah. Great. That's going to.
And wear pants around the house.
Always. Yeah. That's probably a hard change for a lot of guys too.
A lot of guys
yeah.
don't
Right.
just wander around in your underwear.
Yep.
That's not good.
Right.
That's not good. And also, I would say for the kids too, don't wander around in your underwear if there's a other parent in the house.
Never. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm having lighting problems, everybody.
You are. What is going on? Why don't you just turn that garbage off?
I was using natural lighting, and now it's cloudy. So
it might rain. It might rain on you while you're here.
Yeah, and see, that's what happens when you're on the beach like this. It just changes so quickly. So
okay, that leads me to a question, Donna, about all this. There you go. That's wonderful.
Same problem.
Yeah. Ugh. So anyway,
how about that?
Now you're good. That's just the lips.
That's perfect.
Just there.
Right
there you go.
Yeah, well,
right
I'm feeling better now.
Yeah,
This is good.
I'm
integrating into the background.
If the comedy club wall could talk, this comic sucks.
Okay.
This guy isn't funny at all. So, okay. How many times, I've always wondered this, Donna, how many times do you deal with families where there's two like teenagers that are now brother and sister that end up like going for each other kind of mildly romantically now that they're living in the same house?
Yeah, let's find out what's
I
up
would
with
say
that.
it's super common to get a little bit of a crush. But I haven't really. I think people are pretty good about respecting those values. Like, you're supposed to be related, but it's not like it doesn't happen. Of course, it happens.
Yeah.
But I see a crush a lot. Like, whoever the oldest, let's say, step sibling is, usually there's someone develops a crush on them.
Well, as you know, Greg and Marsh and the Brady Bunch were doing it within the second
we all know
episode.
that. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
They were all over each other.
Yeah, they were actors, though, really, I think, pretty sure.
I am going to keep my little bubble of naivety.
Not in my world.
Yes.
They were really a family.
Don't let Brad ruin your TV fantasies, all right? Just keep it.
Okay, so this leads to the next question. What kind of parent, if this is serious, do children always just suck? Or do they ever get better? It's just like, do children always just suck? And it doesn't look like suck, but that's what it says. They suck, or do they ever get better? What's the mindset of this parent? And what's going on that they're asking this question?
Is that one of those step parents?
Yeah,
that could be
it sounds like
too.
a step parent question, doesn't it? Because you don't say that about your own kids. I mean, unless they really suck. But that's not something you say. Everybody loves their own kids. That has to be a step parent question.
I don't know. I think when you're angry because, let's say, you're the mother and your daughter is just every day, she's that teenage where you and mom just never get along.
Yeah.
And everything is a grump. And it's pretty much you go to their room and you don't know what you're going to get every time you knock on the thing. It's almost, I feel like mothers get bullied sometimes to the point where they change they don't know how to act. They don't know what to do. Is this ever going to end? Is this my life now? Is my daughter going to be 35 and still treat me like this, even though that's not true? So I think can be part of it too.
Yeah, but you don't go, my kids suck.
Yeah, right.
I think this is a guy that wrote this too.
Oh, it's obviously a guy that wrote that. And it's a guy who obviously, I'm telling you, that had to be somebody who is not fully integrated into the step family, right? You wouldn't you think?
Right.
Yeah.
I would go with that blended family question.
Right.
Has not blended.
Probably the same guy wrote both those questions. Yeah.
And they have expectations that the children should be one way and they're not actually doing anything or being of use or value. Yeah. So that guy's bad.
One of my pet peeves when it comes to these blended families, I give more responsibility to the adult. And I think it's the adult's responsibility to go try to bond with the kids, not the kids' responsibility to try to bond with the adults.
Right.
I get that so much is that like they put it on the kids, like waiting for the kids to bond with them. I'm like, you're the adult. Go bond
grow up.
I had an idea that when you get divorced, that the kid stays in the house and the parents go back and forth. Like
that is a thing.
You move in the house this 2 weeks, then you go live somewhere else. Dad comes in for 2 weeks. They go live somewhere else, and you have to go back and forth that way.
Some families do that. It's called bird nesting.
I like that.
Yeah, but now you got a problem where you've got 3 kids in 4 different houses. You've got 4 different moms with 4. So who knows? Yeah, it just because people are selfish.
Yeah.
Should people? I can't believe it. Should people try swinging on cruises? Should people try swinging on cruises?
Well, you've come to the right two guys.
You've come to the right two guys on this one.
Yes. I say, sure. Yeah, why not? That's the best time to do it. Make sure you do it with people you don't know at all and have no idea how safe they are. And you'll never see again. That's perfect. Yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that'll help your marriage really well.
Swingers cruises?
They do, actually.
Not on Carnival.
Have you ever seen a swingers cruise?
Yes.
Yes.
Carnival has banned, to my knowledge, all swingers cruises.
What are you, a spokesman for Carnival now? Or are you
no, I just know this from I read an article somewhere where there was swingers I don't think can afford the entire ship. So they would get a section of the ship, and I just heard that they wreak kind of havoc and they don't follow the rules they're supposed to, and they're kind of creepy and gross because it creeps me out to death. And I think Carnival banned swinging cruises. Now nude cruises, all the rage. You're going to see the nude cruises. Why are you looking so weird, Donna? You could be on a nude cruise.
That would be really weird.
Why?
If I went on a cruise and people were nude.
That doesn't happen that way. No. No. The entire ship is bought out by the nude. Yeah, for 12 days. Yeah. I've done one. Joe, have you done one?
No, I haven't done one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, and it's mostly married couples, and sex is the last thing that's going on this ship. These people,
that's true, especially if you've seen some of those people.
Yeah, if hey, no body shaving these folks, but yeah, it's rough. But anyway, so I did a nude cruise, mostly married people, and they just like to be nude. And matter of fact, no sunglasses, banned, and if you're caught looking or ogling or gross, you are out of there. And they're pretty conservative people. It is weird to be doing a show and like your Aunt Marge and Uncle Bob are in their 60s sitting in the front row totally nude. I did a bit where I hit my head on the mic and it bled, and she just stands up naked and brings a towel. And she's trying to wipe my head standing in front of me nude. But
clothes are just clothes. It's not who we are, you know? Yeah.
I'm naked right now under this.
Well, I want to know a question. Here's my question. If you're doing a nude cruise, are they still going to have to wear masks? That's a good question right now, you know.
And all orifices?
Yeah, well, no, all orifices covered? No, that would be not nude. Well, you can't.
Nude means nude, yes.
Yeah, you can't pass COVID out your butt, I don't think.
I don't know these things.
Well, and everybody's sitting on a towel.
Yeah, everybody sits on a towel. That's very polite of them too. So, if you've ever been to a nudist colony or just all that kind of stuff, it's just the most chilled, laid back thing. People are just they're just doing whatever they want to do, just without clothes. Same thing on a cruise. They do the same thing on a cruise, just without clothes.
Are you guys without clothes?
No.
The staff wears clothes.
The staff are invited to not wear clothes that they don't want, and I think Carnival tells the regular crew to wear clothes. We are invited to be nude if we like.
Yeah.
We don't. I know comics who have done their shows nude. I took my shirt off. I'm not going to mention it on this thing who that was. I'll tell you later. And
what's her name? Go ahead.
Yes, it was a her.
Yeah.
And I took my shirt off during the last show. But as far as it, you see all these people are all married. Again, spouses get it. And, sometimes one spouse is not a nudist. I would see this around the ship. Either the guy or the lady, they're dressed all the time, and the other one's nude. And they said, no, these are nice people. So we have people bring their kids, and their kids don't get anybody under 18, but everybody has to be over 18 on these cruises. But they bring their kids over 18, and I wouldn't get nude for $1 million, but I want to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
with naked people.
They're not all, it's only about a third of the people are naked at any one time. Like if you're in the show, only about a third of the people are totally naked. You have women with just a little sarong on. You've got some with a little of this, a little of that, some with nothing. And because it's cold. Now, the only creepy one, now Donna, you tell me how creepy this is. The only thing that creeps me out, a man in a t-shirt and no pants with nothing on the bottom. That guy's a creep. That guy's a creep.
Or he has dementia. So let's not judge, okay?
Then he shouldn't be on a nude cruise.
I've walked downstairs like that myself. Just oh, sorry, honey.
You're like that right now. You're like that right now. You got that shirt.
That never works, by the way. Anyway, but the thing about the swingers, that's a different story. And they do have swinger cruises. There are swinger cruises. I don't know if there are on Carnival anymore now. I know maybe there used to be. I know there are some on other ships. That's the thing. It's like if it's a swingers cruise, then there's an opportunity.
And that has to be couples only. You can't swing alone.
That's true.
Like in two instances, I was not involved, but I was around. One, I was working the Poconos Caesar's Palace, and they had one section of the hotel area all draped off in paper. You couldn't look in. You couldn't do anything. A big ballroom. And that was the swingers room where they would do all their meetings. No one goes in there alone. Everybody's got to be married. Got to be married even.
They have meetings? Meetings?
Well, yes, it's meetings. It's sex. Okay. They have sex.
Yeah.
But they all do it in one big room. And I was somewhere else. I didn't go near there. And then when I had my show in Vegas, they asked me in the hotel one day, they said, hey, we've sold the hotel out to swingers. Are you doing your show? And I said, no, I'm going home. And I got on a plane and I flew home as
Seriously?
They were draping the lobby in sheets in all these open areas, making sheets. Well, I didn't want swing. I don't want to be around swingers. I'm not a fan.
You'll be around nudists and not swingers.
Yes. Huh. There's nothing wrong with the body.
Being naked?
It's within 5 minutes. I didn't care that people were nude. If people are nude and doing stuff and being creepy and touchy and gross, not a chance in hell I want to be around that. Why, you do, Donna? You're into it? You and the husband?
Yeah, no,
hey, let me ask you a question, Donna. By and large, are swinger couples who do swing, do they have a pretty strong relationship, or is it a little tedious there? Edgy.
I haven't noticed if they're any better or worse.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I have treated quite a few. I know quite a few, and there's divorces in there, and there's staying together a long time in there. So I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like the opportunity, or no, I guess the temptation to break up the nuclear family is always there.
Well, it's not temptation if you both agree.
Well, that's true. That's
Well,
right.
but then there's
Then
swinger
I should say
rules.
opportunity. Yeah.
There's swinger rules anyway.
Yeah.
When can you swing? Who can you swing? What can you touch? What can you not touch? Usually they have another list of rules. We can only do it together. You can't be out swinging when I ain't around. So there's a lot of, I think, those rules that come in, and a lot of chances to get on the bad side of somebody not doing what their expectations are of your swinging.
You would be surprised at how many of couples under 40 are swingers.
Do you have any addresses and names and phone numbers?
And what do they look like?
And what do they look like?
I don't mean to sound shallow, but come on.
Yeah, I don't want to see.
They're all accepting in that age range, like they're like, I don't know, millennials or something, and so they're, let's not judge or discriminate or whatever. Let's just be accepting. So I guess that goes to who you fool around with too.
Yeah, they're millennial anythingals.
I'm amazed at the younger generations and the I think ever since the internet came along and sex was just available 24/7 anytime you wanted it, to look at it and learn about it, and it's part of your life. The sexual attitudes of the younger generations are so different than ours when we grew up. I mean, it's amazing.
Well,
they're more accepting. They're more open. They're more willing to try stuff. They're more willing to forgive. It's crazy. It's just a different world.
A lot of younger people now are saying, why isn't polygamy legal? Why can't you marry 3 or 4 people? Why can't you? You know what I mean? What's
there is actually a big downside to polygamy that I don't think they understand, and that, of course, would be 2 wives.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on who you are, because it could be multiple husbands, not multiple wives.
See, that's the thing. When it's biggest problem polygamy is it's always been this thing where it's 2 wives, but I think it would be better if it was multiple husbands, because the husbands are much more lazy and useless than the wives in almost every case.
I think they would handle it better. I think multiple husbands would handle that sharing thing a bit better than females. I think females are way more territorial than males when it comes to their partner.
Well, yeah, but see, now you got a bunch of guys who all want to have sex, and she's like, okay, I didn't want to have sex once a month anyway, and now I got 4 guys.
What's going on here? Yeah,
we need to swing. We need to be. You guys just go swing all you like. Swing.
I don't know why. Polygamy is an interesting thing. It's like, people talk about it. So, well, there's a nuclear family. It's like, well, a lot of cultures have polygamy. A lot of cultures have multiple wives, and they're making it a religious thing. Well, it's like, God, I read the Bible. There's wives all over the place in the Bible. I mean, come on. I don't know what.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that usually a fair and just system where everybody's equal. I would call that more of she's going to do exactly what she's told, and he's going to be the king. That is how it's always been in the Bible and everywhere else.
Bible,
and I think that's the problem.
True that.
So,
but yeah.
Have you guys heard of historical situations where it's the female with multiple husbands?
Only on the Wonder Woman set. So Gal Gadot.
I don't know. I don't know the
have
historical.
not.
I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Have not.
The institution of marriage is what's really kind of under fire, and a big deal of that is the LGBT community making progress toward that, and everybody's kind of breaking down all these standards that we've had, and all these, that's always the way it's always been. Well, why is what the younger generations are all asking. So
I
let them go.
Just read an article.
See how far they can push you.
I just read an article. Now best friends are just getting married. They have no plan to have sex because they're not gay, but they're just 2 girls or best friends. And like, we love each other. We're going to get married because we're going to stay together forever, and it's going to be a great deal.
Yeah, and we get a tax break, which is really the
and then you get the marriage tax
anyway.
break.
Yeah,
I know. Okay, so on that, we're going to do an ad.
Ooh, Igor, this is not my match. The vampire's ball is a swanky affair.
Master, I brought these shovels.
Good, Ego, good. And did you bring my latte?
Yes, Master. Skim milk, true splendor.
Good, Ego, good. Let's get started. Oh, yes, Ego, yes. Raise the platform. It's time.
Well,
Hiding from ghosts. We're hiding from ghosts. Oh man, I think we're toast. We're hiding from ghosts.
Come inside.
Welcome, donors, friends. Welcome to the Space Fringe Online. I hope you enjoyed this little preview of our full show, and you will come to our live show at the Fringe 2021 until I get to bite. See you in person. Go get our album, Vampire's Ball Ultimate Halloween Party by Brad Tassell and Steve Goody, anywhere you shove music into your ears. We promise it will give you the happiest of creeps. Go, go, go.
It is so important that everyone go to ultimatehalloweenparty.com. Get your tickets now.
Go.
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 Go. Go. And go get your tickets now. And what this is perfect for, if you have a summer program, summer camp, stuff like that. In the United States, the show is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And you can put, for $6.90, you can put 500 people in front of that screen. And you can do that. Okay. Are we ready
make
for...
money doing that? Shouldn't have
what?
told people that. That's like telling people you can get people into the drive-in in the trunk. Come on, Brad.
I know. I don't want to make money. I just want people to come see the show.
Oh, isn't that altruistic and just a lie?
So
Brad for you.
it's a lie.
Yep.
So let's take 2 minutes to find out how long your marriage will last. So,
And if you can do this quiz in 2 minutes, it's not going to last much longer than that.
yes.
Sounds very valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this has got to be a good quiz. This obviously is going to do it. Yeah.
So question 1, are you able to speak your mind in your marriage? And if it's no for the woman and yes for the man, you're going to stay married forever.
Yep, that's how that works. I think we've all established that over the shows that we've done.
That would be totally flipped around. Totally.
Let's go for the bad ones. I'm walking on eggshells the entire time. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but wait, let's look at the answers though, because seriously, it's
There's
like,
only 3. Sometimes I hold my tongue and yes, totally.
Yeah, sometimes I have to hold my tongue. Yes, totally. And I'm walking on eggshells the entire time. There's no fourth
It's
answer
up
there.
to you. I think it's up to what kind of problem you have, because if you have like issues, you
Yeah.
may have to hold your tongue.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody should hold their tongue sometimes. Nothing
Yeah.
worse than some idiot who can't hold their tongue.
What are you saying? Are you saying I can't hold my tongue? Are you really? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
All right.
Do you feel like you have your own space? So,
Do you
man
have a
cave,
she
Joe?
shed? If you have a she shed or a man cave, then you got your own space. That's right.
The house is the female space, and that little closet is the male space.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the one under the stairs. I'm Harry Potter in this
Right.
house. I've got
My wife just says, "Get back in your corner." That's what she tells me.
I get the odd moment alone from time to time. What are your conversations like? Brutal.
That's not an option. How's that not an option?
We don't talk. We talk, but it's kind of boring. We always have interesting conversations. What? I don't
There's
know.
got to be a fourth answer there.
Who
Yeah.
always has interesting conversations? Like
Nobody always has interesting conversations. Although I think some people do worry when you get married. What are we going to talk about for 60 years? You know what I mean?
How about we communicate nicely and
Through sex.
Yeah.
And
Especially swinging. Yes.
Do you fight? We never fight. We fight about almost anything.
Wait a minute. Yes,
These are
all the
both
time.
extreme.
So wait a minute. This is like either we never fight or we always fight. That's what the options are.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good way to answer
I
this.
don't know if I want to.
Wait a minute.
I don't want to
What?
call it fighting. Do you disagree?
Yeah,
Yeah, but we end up coming out of it just fine.
or you don't, and you never talk to each other again. When you're together in a room, what are you doing? watching TV on our phones, interacting with each other. This is it.
All of the above at the same time.
This is the three thing. There's no.
You can do all three of these things. In fact, we probably do all. That's every night at our house. All three of those things.
Where's sex? Where's dinner? Where's anything else?
Yeah, anything else.
I'm gonna go the bad one. I have a feeling that's the bad one. Boy, I hope whoever took that picture made money for the billion times that picture's been used.
So cute. Yes.
That kid's 35 already now.
Right now.
Not made a dime from this. Do you have self-confidence? I have virtually no self-confidence. That's the only way in a marriage to be.
Yeah. It's either
both of you.
It's either hugely self-confident. Sometimes it gets lower. Sometimes I have none, but never. Yeah, just the right amount.
I'm fine. I have self-confidence, and sometimes I worry. I mean, there's no
mama bear answer to any of these.
What are your gut instincts telling you? That this quiz sucks. I think that's
terrible.
What my gut is telling me.
Who came up with this quiz? This is terrible.
Thequiz.com we should take a whiz on it. I found the right person. Get the hell out of here.
I have doubts, but also some hope. Again, the right answer is nowhere to be found. Again, so I think.
Well, I found the right person is probably.
Look, this quiz was 2 minutes to tell if your marriage is in trouble if you can answer these questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
Then maybe your marriage is in trouble.
Yeah. If you actually thought, I'll take this quiz, your marriage is in trouble right there.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you make decisions? You know what? In some marriages, one person makes all the decisions is what the other person wants. They just hate making decisions. And
oh man, I tell you what, my wife and I, we fight over this. We don't fight over this, but I'd say our most tense moments are the moments when neither one of us wants to make a decision, and it's terrible.
Both of you don't want to make a decision.
No, neither one. It's like, what do you want to eat tonight? I don't care. Neither do I. Boom, and we'll spend 20 minutes trying to arguing about that.
Get the other person to make a decision.
Yeah, it's not like we're passive aggressive or anything.
No. Here's what it is. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do I want to? I don't know. Anywhere you want. Finally, I'll say she'll say someplace. She'll go, no, we're not going there.
Yep, that's exactly.
I'll say someplace else. No, we're not going there either. Wait a minute.
Donna,
what you wanted,
that's
me to just list places until you
book, isn't it?
Find one you like.
That's in the secret guide to being a wife, isn't it?
You guys should tell people who are getting married that they will have that specific conversation.
Every night. So you're better off if you're just so poor that you can't afford to go out to eat.
The other one, my wife, is like, she's like, you know what? Now that I'm working back in the office again, I'm too tired to cook when I come home. It's like, okay, I'll cook. She's like, it's not that good.
I still want DoorDash, dummy.
The discussion.
Yes.
Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Are you putting your partner's needs above your own only in the bedroom?
Thank you. Well, and then you would answer
number one. Yeah. Number one.
Number one. My partner always comes first.
That one's pretty filthy right there.
Right there.
They put that's filthy.
Yeah.
I always make my needs known. This girl looks happy.
Yeah, but that's because her partner has her make sure that she comes first.
It looks like she's in the middle of that right now.
In the middle of it. So try to make compromises would be the right answer there, wouldn't it? One would think. Yeah.
Okay. What's sad about this question is there are people who would say no.
Are there moments of joy throughout the day?
And there are people in the world that say no. I have 0 moments of joy ever in a day.
Or once a week.
Once a week. Yeah, there's nothing in between. You're either joyous moments every day.
All the time.
You're never, or every Thursday at 4, you think about when you're going to poison them. And you're done. Wait, this is a picture from stupid, that show that with the scientist lady, who's the
what are you
Bones. It's from Bones.
I don't know. I've never watched that show.
I don't know, but quiz.com needs to, they're stealing.
Start paying for some of these things.
Well, look, that's what's his name from the Jackie Chan and him movies.
What are you talking about?
That guy. That's
who? Chris Tucker?
Chris Tucker. Yeah, that's Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
It is. It's a movie with Chris Tucker. How do you address serious problems with your relationship? Ooh, just try to ignore it.
Yeah. You get professional help. You get professional help sooner or later. You wait several months to see if it gets better. They don't. That's none of those are what really people really do, Donna.
You could
and you know
talk.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just go nuts and break up.
Yeah. Can you balance each other's tasks? I don't even know what that means.
Nope. But I know at our house, one person does all the work, and it's not me.
Except the cooking now.
Yeah,
Because
and
nobody's doing
it's
it.
not going well.
Oh, I love. Do you fantasize about a life without your spouse?
Oh, do I? I mean, no.
Oh, never.
No,
never.
never.
Oh, man. Where would I be? Yes, but I do, but it's always a sad fantasy that makes me
It would
sad.
be sad. That's
Yes.
what keeps me going.
It would be
Yeah.
horrible. Horrible. So
It would
all
be.
the time.
I've never fantasized about that. In fact, I can't imagine life without her.
Yeah, no, I imagine it, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I imagine life with Joe.
Oh, God, why would you do that? Okay. How do you treat your spouse?
With familiarity, with kindness, like I'm the boss. These are like Tony Danza. So
He is the boss.
He
Yes.
is the boss. So what is this? How do we treat the
Like,
spouse?
I'm the boss.
With
Can't you treat,
ennui, with
can't you treat
melancholy.
with
and
kindness
indifference.
and familiarity? I mean, can't you use both? Can't you do both?
I treat my
Like
spouse.
Treat
with-
them like a friend. Treat them
Yeah.
like you like them.
A colleague, a buddy, a pal. When you reach a point where you've reached a point where you've stopped fighting? Yeah, when the fight's over and we know what's happening. I don't.
Well, that's a weird question.
You don't even bother anymore. You don't even bother to fight anymore. That is actually a red flag in
That is
therapy.
huge.
and for-
Yes.
Yes.
It's too difficult to repair.
How much you trust each other? Not at all.
I like this. They put a quote on this one just to give you one way or the. This isn't in any way leading the witness. A relationship without trust is like having a phone with no service. And what do you do with no service? You play games. That is, God, I love memes.
What? You play games? That is the worst. How often do you criticize your spouse? All of the time.
Well, that's no. Only when they deserve it is what it says.
When
right
they
there.
deserve
When
it.
they
Who
deserve
makes
it.
that decision?
Yeah, right.
I
When they
decide.
deserve it, which is the same as all the time.
That is
I mean, let's be
something you
honest.
want to try to minimize.
Yeah.
Yes. Try to keep
Only
criticism.
when they're awake is my answer to that one.
How good are you at letting things go? Well, I was good at letting my spouse go, so now
Hey!
the marriage is over. So yes, I was very good at it.
This is almost like a harbinger of what's going to happen. It's like, hey, guess what? You just answered all the wrong questions. You're going to have to let something go pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what
I
are
hope.
they going to tell you? Like, go get a lawyer? Like, what are they going
Well,
to
I'm
tell
going to see. We're going to see as soon as we finish
Yeah,
this.
Okay, we'll see. You probably have
How
to answer.
often? How often do you find yourself getting defensive? I'm not
That's supposed to
defensive.
mean
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay. Yeah. That's just
all the time.
all the
Sometimes,
time.
you?
never.
That's an individual issue.
Yeah.
What's
What does
that?
she? What does she think she's doing?
What do you think, Donna? How often? What was the answer? Oh, here we go.
It's supposed to be not very much at all. Like,
Okay.
Is it supposed to be? How about
should.
not at ever? When you make love isn't intimate. No, we are in different rooms, and
Like, is it a group thing or an intimate thing? Like,
we
what is
just get it
Define
over with.
intimate. Define intimate. I mean, I tell jokes when we have sex. So, I mean, they're not, I mean, they're, if she laughs, I guess that's intimate, right? I don't know.
Would you
We
call
don't,
it, if she's laughing at you, would you call that intimate?
I guess you're not. I guess
She
not.
texts me when it's over.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's
intimate.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intimate. I think that's intimate. How often do you get busy? You mean sex? Is that
Oh,
are they talking about
yeah.
sex?
That's what they're meaning. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, never.
Never.
Absolutely never. No busyness.
Well,
no
at this
busyness.
point in life, though, it's when you get a chance. It's like,
Yeah.
you're looking for chances, and then one time you look at each other, you go, "Hey, hey, or you have to plan for weeks.
Take advantage of the opportunity.
And why is
Yeah.
Scarlett O'Hara on the scene here? What's
Because they
going
would
on?
not, because they just stole pictures.
Oh.
You make sarcastic remarks to your partner that are intended to hurt them.
all the time.
Cut like a
Literally
knife.
all the time. Yes, definitely. That yes is not strong enough an answer for how
Yes,
often we
yes.
do that to each other.
Every moment of the day.
Yes,
Which
rarely.
is why
is
she has no joy.
no joy.
Although people do this kind of thing. They're trying to get that dig in. You know what I mean?
Isn't that uncomfortable when you're around a couple though, and they're doing that, and it crosses the line where it's like, oh, ow, that was mean. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I hate those guys. The guys that say stuff like that. Well, women too, but guys, I feel so abusive.
Yeah.
So I know. And I told my wife she's not smart enough to do that to me.
Okay.
That'll fly.
That'll fly. Okay. Is your spouse someone you look forward to coming home to? Not those two. They broke up right away.
Yes, especially after I've been with my mistress.
That's right. Yes, after the girlfriend. I can't wait to get
Then
home.
I'm looking forward
to get a good meal because my girlfriend can't cook.
I dread coming home.
I dread.
The answer number 2 needs a comma. Like sometimes I'd rather hang with coworkers, or sometimes I'd rather hang with coworkers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd rather hang with coworkers.
With coworkers.
Okay. Are there like 500 of these? Let's get it over.
It's 2
Do you
minutes.
ever find yourself stonewalling and shutting down emotionally all the time?
Yes.
Yep, all the
That
time.
is definitely
Yes.
out.
Do you feel like you're being heard? Never.
What?
Well, especially in this show. Who is the first person you go to when you have problems? My spouse, my friends, my family. I'm sorry. I go to Jim Beam.
Yes, I go to no one. No one should be an option there. Yes.
You go to Johnny Walker Red.
Hey, my problems are my own.
I'm all of the above.
Yes.
I drink alone.
Oh my gosh.
There is no answer to these. My friends, we're going to have to go with. Do you find yourself getting emotionally? 2 minutes. You couldn't answer these in 2 minutes if you went as fast as possible. And I want to be done. Okay. Do you find yourself getting more emotionally connected to other people? Always.
That is a red flag.
That is a huge red flag. What are the magic words or phrases?
What are the 3 magic words and phrases? I love you, sorry, and thank you.
When's
or
dinner?
please,
Lose some
thank you,
weight.
don't leave me.
And do I have to?
Oh, it's obviously lose some weight and when's dinner. Oh yeah. Good choices there.
The magic words.
Nothing.
I love you.
Nothing hurtful about any of that.
Please, thank you, and don't leave me. Nothing like being needy. That helps. My God, when is this over? When you hear good news, who is the first person you tell? That would be my friends, because the good news is that I'm leaving my spouse.
Where's the answer? Where's my lawyer? Isn't that on there?
Yeah, my lawyer, yeah.
Yeah.
When you both go to parties, what happens? We hardly see each other. Although, I got to tell you, for the most part, when we go to parties, you do kind of mingle, and then you come back together, and then you mingle, and you come back together.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a couple's party, then you kind of sit around together.
Yeah.
So.
What if it's a swingers party? Then you should. Okay.
Do you still go on dates? Yes, but with other people.
Yeah.
Do you feel like how many of these? Okay, I give up. There's like 40 freaking questions.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah, that was supposed to be 2 minutes.
2 minutes, and there is literally. Oh, there's only 3 more. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We can finish it real quick. Okay. Do you feel like you're being controlled? Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Is your partner in denial that there's an issue? Yes.
Yes.
They don't know what the hell's going on. Are you a good listener? What? I'm not hearing. It's not really. Okay. There we go. Do you give each other ultimatums all the time? It's me or the highway.
Let's see your results.
See your results, everybody. Which are you? Your marriage is doomed to fail. Gee. Now, and are these 2 people in this picture thrilled that they're in this picture? they're like, wait a minute, we're together. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they probably are still married.
Yeah, they're probably still married and fine, but not then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the show. I have to go out because we do a rehearsal out. Joe, what are you doing?
I am going to go blow my nose again because I am suffering from allergies.
Okay, and Donna, what are you doing?
Oh, just working and working.
Well, I am Brad Tassell, and please, God, everyone out there, do this, ultimatehalloweenparty.com, and I want you to go get tickets for the show. Okay, this has been 1,000 Marriage Questions. We'll see you next week.